Hi guys, I've always wanted to speak about women empowerment and how we really have to deal with different things happening in our lives, and then pumutok yung 299 peso na engagement ring. And to me, when I read her story, I had a reaction which I posted last night, but also I want to make a follow-up video because this is the story time that I wanted to share to really show women out there and men as well, actually any gender that may find this useful, that you could have the best, but then you could also have another type of best and still have the same type of love. Here it is. When I was engaged the first time, it was the most grand, luxurious, over the top thing ever. It was the first time that I had received diamonds, plural, carats that I didn't think that I could get because I've always liked men to be a lot simpler than what I was used to. I've always liked men who weren't, exactly wealthy, but because I loved them. The first time I got engaged, I got something similar. I got 3 different rings, promise ring, engagement ring, wedding ring, and 6 million peso wedding, which these shoes were the thing that I had kept from that. This is Valentino. I got it in LA where we were supposed to have our wedding, and our prenup still exists on Bride and Breakfast. And then I realized that from that to this, yun na nga ba sinasabi ko. Nung pumutok kasi yung 299 na issue, sabi ko, hindi nga ako nagreklamo that I got something that was far cheaper than that. I got something like this. This is actually sort of the wedding band that I got from Buscalan in Kalinga. Because alam niyo yung kasama nito? Eto. This is actually the wedding ring. This is the engagement ring. You see that? This is actually a part of a puzzle. My ex has the mountains that fit close to this if we were sitting next to each other. It's like the mountains kissing, or the clouds kissing the mountains. And kaya ganito yung shape or shade niya, it's because it resembles the sea. And then ito naman is a kinilat. A kinilat, which is the female version of his tattoo naman na kinilat, na 9, kasi ito 4. Yun 9, it means na embracing. And then these 2. Stamps that said forever, and then USA, kasi galing siya doon. And the locket with a letter J, or a letter I that looks like a letter I, because that was the initial of his, or of our names. And then that. And guess sino mas mahal ko sa dalawang lalaking to? And guess who between them ang mas mahal ko? Hindi naman nagbigay sa akin ito, kundi ito. Kaya pumutok yung issue na yon, na-realize ko talaga that I want to teach people that your value will never be equated to a thing, to an experience, or to a man's capability to provide for you. It must depend on your capability to accept that our lives as women must always be anchored on what we feel and what we know we deserve in this life. Ako kasi, I've met the difference between somebody who is rich, somebody who is capable of providing for me, for generations even, but somebody that I do not love. And talagang nakakapagod na to be in a relationship na mas mahal ka, na sobra-sobra yung layo ng agwat ng pagmamahal kasi hindi mo mapunan yung gap na yon. Kaya we really didn't work out. Sad lang, I broke up with him a week before, diba? That I was supposed to fly to the US. And kasalanan ko yon. And tinatanggap ko yon. Kaya nung na-meet ko yung lalaki that gave me this, alam ko talaga that hindi rin kami magtatagal because kukunin din siya ni karma sa akin. Kaya yan talaga yung gusto kong matutunan natin, ladies. That you can have whatever it is that you want in your life. If you just manifest, you pray hard, you work hard, and that you stand by every single triumph or mistake. Kasi eto, hindi na talaga ma-erase. I also have no plans of covering it up. because I want to be reminded that, from someone who could give me this. These are real Valentinos. These were limited edition from 2012, I think, or 2013. I got them in LA, the same place that we were supposed to have our wedding. And imagine that from that very, very, very expensive type of love, I stayed or will stay with somebody who would give me this kind of love. But the most important thing is, I chose the one that would never leave me. I bore a son. Kahit na wala akong partner, pinili ko. Bakit? My son will never wake up one morning and say he doesn't love me anymore. Ingat.